All right, well, what is up everyone? Welcome back to our lawn, and today we're doing things. So, I have that sand pile that you watched me uncover out of my driveway. It has been in my driveway since May. Shout out to my wife, all of my family for not shouting at me constantly for having that there. And today I'm off of work, and my kids are in school, and my wife is working, so I have the day, and I'm gonna move that sand pile. But, much like if you give a mouse a cookie when you have ADHD lawn care, I'm like, well, if I'm gonna move the sand, I might as well use it and throw it out and top dress the fairway. And if I'm gonna top dress the fairway in fall, I might as well run the SunJoe over it and Scarify it to help maybe the sand kind of get down in there a little bit, free it up. Should maybe do that in the fall anyway. And so here we are. I have equipment stationed and ready. I experimented with this last night with my son just to see how this would go and if it was a terrible idea or if I think it will be okay. And based on the experiment, I think it will be okay and probably help a little bit because some of this stuff starts to really lay over on itself, get really dense, kind of matted. So we're freeing some of that up, hopefully. I think. Do I recommend you do this? I don't know. If you want to, I don't think it's necessary. And honestly, this time of year, it might be hurting, but we're gonna do it anyway. So the process, SunJoe, one way with the Scarify cartridge. Clean it up with the rotary. SunJoe, other way with the Scarify cartridge. Clean it up with the rotary. Run a leaf rake over it, mow it with the catcher. Then we're gonna bring the sand back here. So, you know the plan. All there is now is to do. So down below me here, and I'll run the camera over so you can see it, is where I actually thought this is going to be beneficial. And it's probably the only place where it's going to be beneficial because this all runs downhill. It lays over, it gets largely left alone. It has gotten super thick, and not surprisingly, it's where I got the most out. So now we're going to run the rotary over it, SunJoe again the other way, rotary over it again, and we'll see where we get to. Now I'm in a completely different spot than the section I just did, but you can see how everything is fairly uniform, maybe laying over a little bit, but generally looks fairly even. And then we flash over there to what I just did where it stood up all the matted stolons. You can kind of see what I'm trying to accomplish. And again, is this a good thing or a bad thing that I'm doing? Honestly, I don't know. I got so murdered by worm castings, I'm willing to just cause a little bit of damage here and see what happens. And there we go, SunJoe'd and mowed up all of the debris from verticutting the whole practice facility minus the green, which I didn't Scarify. And then I came through and used the Ben Sims method of chucking out just a light top dress, and then I've come over it one time with the leveling rake. I'm gonna give it another couple hours to dry out, come over it with the broom quickly, sweep the rest of this down in. And that's gonna be about it for the putting green this year, with the exception of, I still want to make a video on the lighting just to quickly show you what I've done. Unfortunately, the splitter that I had, which is supposed to be indoor outdoor, apparently when it gets wet, it fries the circuit, and I can't get any of the electrical in my garage working again on any of the outlets, so that's its own issue. But then the year in review on the putting green, I learned a lot this year. I want to put that all into a little package for you, talk about what I've learned, what I changed, what results I saw, and do all of that. So there we go, a quick little day off from work project. Not little, it was about 5 hours, a little over an hour per 1,000 square feet. So if you do want to partake in something like this, know that this one's going to take some time. And yeah, we'll get you followed along with how it recovers here as we go into winter. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, if you want to follow along. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Leave any comments, questions you might have in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.